And now, as the candle is lit, as our attention is on the cross, let us center with some music from Barry. Let us pray. How wonderful and how terrible is your love, O God. The love which weeps with longing for your children while they plan to crucify you. The love which longs to cradle them as a hen enfolds her chicks, but which is spread-eagled on a cross to die in agony. The love which allows us to go the way we have so often wrongly chosen. But the love still follows us into our God-forsakenness. How wonderful and how terrible is your love, O God, and before that mystery we bow. May we know that unfolding love now, as we turn from our folly to the love which created us, the love which comes to be with us, the love which will never let us go. And so, in a moment of silence now, may your unfolding love reach each and every one of us. And as we bring our attention back into this time of worship, a worship that we share as a community, let us sing together the hymn, "O God, why are you silent?" It's Amor Voices 73, and we're singing 3 verses, 1, 3, and 5. And now we are going to hear scripture sentences that tell part of the story of this time of Holy Week. And I invite Diane and Laurie to share those with us now.
Then he took a loaf of bread, and when he had given thanks, he broke it and gave it to them, saying, "This is my body, which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me." And he did the same with the cup after supper, saying, "This cup that is poured out for you is the new covenant in my blood."
For who is greater, the one who is at the table or the one who serves? Is it not the one at the table? But I am among you as one who serves.
Jesus said, "I tell you, Peter, the cock will not crow this day until you have denied 3 times that you know me."
When he got up from prayer, he came to the disciples and found them sleeping. Suddenly, a crowd came, and the one called Judas, one of the 12, was leading them. Jesus said to him, "Judas, is it with a kiss that you are betraying the Son of Man?" When those who were around him saw that what was coming, the disciples asked, "Lord, should we strike with the sword?" Then one of them struck the slave of the high priest and cut off his right ear. But Jesus said, "No more of this."
And let us join our voices again to sing Go to Dark Gethsemane, a Voices United 133. We'll usually hear the story of Holy Week from the main characters. And sometimes it helps us to live into that story a little differently if we imagine it from a different perspective. So let us hear the story of today from a slave woman's perspective.
The meal began, and I ran to and fro with the platters of meat and bread, the wineskins to pour into the jugs and then to the cups. Now that takes a steady hand. Then there was all the special ceremonial food of the Passover to be dealt with. It was a busy night, but I did have a few spare moments when I watched them. I listened to the conversation as it rose, with arguments and flourishes of hands and arms and food and cups spilt onto the table. Who is the most important? They were saying. Which of us will be in the place of power when the kingdom comes? Well, I thought to myself, have you learned nothing? You see, I was there when he washed their feet. But I had to go then and get more food and drink. And when I returned, the group had quieted. Is it me? Is it me? They were asking, but I do not know the question. There was one moment as I lingered, and when he stood and took the bread and broke it and tore it apart and said a strange thing. My body, he said, and gave it to them. Now, when I went back to clear the table, one of them was rising to his feet and leaving hurriedly. Well, the stir of the air at his passing caused all the lamps to splutter, and darkness entered as he left. Well, quickly, I brought light and renewed the lamps, but the mood had changed. They shifted uncomfortably. Well, then stood together to sing the psalm and left down the steps and into the dark streets. Well, I did not get away until much later that night, after the first cock crowed. But you could sense the rising murmur of excitement, anger, fear, call it what you like. It was all those things, and the city still hums with it. Well, I joined old friends at the wine shop and heard the stories that were running around like jackals about a betrayal and an arrest in the garden. Malchus, the slave of the high priest, he came in clutching his ear, and we all marveled at his story and touched his ear. And the tale grew of the man in the garden and the followers who ran away. Oh, Anna came bursting in with the thrill of her story, always a gossip. I recognized him, I tell you, she said, hands on her hips. He was one of them, one of those men from Galilee. You could tell it by his voice. And I've seen him from around with that Jesus. Oh, he's a big fella. Not so big now, I can tell you. 3 times he denied him. He said he didn't know him. Well, others came in with details of the show trial at the high priest's and then Herod's court. And we knew the next step would be the Romans. And the taste of the story turned bitter to all of us, and we found ourselves scattering. Even the most talkative, frightened by the events that were overtaking us, events of great heaviness, terrible things. I thought of the man. He had called me daughter. No one had done that since the day I left my home, a slave. 2 of my friends were walking up ahead as I returned through the alleys to the house. And fragments of their talk reached me, and they stay with me now. They said he sold him for 30 pieces of silver. The slave price, the price my father got for me.
So let us respond with our voices. Let us sing about those shadows that gather deep and cold. Voices united, 1:34.
Pilate took Jesus and had him flogged. The soldiers twisted together a crown of thorns and put it on his head. They clothed him in a purple robe and went up to him again and again, saying, "Hail, King of the Jews!" And they slapped him in the face. Once more, Pilate came out and said to the crowds gathered there, "Look, I am bringing him out to you to let you know that I find no basis for a charge against him." When Jesus came out wearing the crown of thorns and the purple robe, Pilate said to them, "Here is the man." And the shout went up, "Crucify, crucify." Finally, Pilate handed him over to them to be crucified. So the soldiers took charge of Jesus. Carrying his own cross, he went out to the place of the skull, which in Aramaic is called Golgotha.
And now I invite the choir to share another part of the story written by Pepper Choplin. Father, forgive them. We are journeying through the streets of Jerusalem. Jesus has been forced to carry the cross. And I invite you to imagine Imagine that man, Jesus, the carpenter. Imagine him feeling the wood against his neck and shoulder, listening to the sounds as he put one foot in front of the other. Maybe the raucous shouts of hatred that lingered in his ears, the clipped commands of the military, and the excited yet fearful buzz of the crowd, and maybe shocked silence. Not forgetting the weeping of his mother and his friends. So imagine that wood. Imagine the tree that was once that wood. Imagine the tree singing to him, responding to the Creator, accompanying him when all his friends had departed. I'm going to share with you now words from Janet Colleen. She calls this the tree song. Along hushed streets, the crowd aghast, the stones silent, yet the wood grain sang to him. The weight of the government crushed across his shoulder, rough and splintering, the jarring of the thorns. And the wood sang to him. You saw the seed fall in darkness, from the tree's height, a fall, alone, a dying of sorts, until the earth split as leaves unfurled in tenderness, a stem, a sapling, thrusting upwards through 30 years of growth. You know the touch of wood that has been planed and caressed to light grain, enlivened and smoothed. Not this rough and ribbed wood cut down in haste, sawn for bloody purpose. Still, the grain sang to him, each step accompanied by a deep, silent thrumming of the wood.
After all the mocking, all the torture, all the pain, Jesus said, "It is finished." Then he bowed his head and gave up his spirit.
And let us sing the story again. When the Son of God was dying. The tree song continued. After thrown down and shamed, we, the wood, will be fuel, taken by stealth at night by some poor one to create a fire. Our breath given for warmth, for light, for comfort. And so another song. So you too will be cut down, and all your dreamers will see only death, but you will rise. You will rise as limber to uphold the sky, light breaking in brilliant leaf, a flame to burn in unimaginable hearths and hearts. So I invite you now, if you feel comfortable, to think about the words of the song of the tree and come and just touch the roughness of the wood. And as you come forward, we will be singing repetitively the song, Don't Be Afraid. So I invite you, when you're ready, to come forward and feel the grain of the cross. This service is nearly at a close. The choir will sing one more anthem, and then you can decide whether you need to sit in silence for a moment or leave when you are ready. Yes. The choir will now sing.
The sun